Hey Queens and Kings, welcome to another tutorial. This time we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to be going over 6 tips on how to make a better quality video. Tip number 1, telling a story. Now I usually struggle with this a lot because usually when I go out and shoot, I just shoot a bunch of random clips and videos. I'm like, alright, it's good, and then I put in the editor, bloop, there's my story. Instead of focusing on just shooting a bunch of random clips that looks cool, shooting in slow-mo, or whatever it is, I should be focusing more on why I'm shooting the scene that way, why I'm shooting this particular clip that way. There should be a lesson or a theme when you're telling the story, all in all, to help your audience connect to the video that you're making. To help your audience connect with the story that you're telling, you can use different types of camera shots, such as dolly, pan, or a tilt. Now, I'm not going to go too much into detail about how to shoot those kind of shots. I might make a video later down the line if you guys want me to. Tip number 2, color grading. Before you even press that record button, make sure to check your white balance and picture profile. This will help you with color grading in post. For those of you that don't know what white balance is, basically white balance is the overall general color of your video. It also determines what the color of the whites will be in your video, hence the name white balance. One thing you'll want to do when adjusting your color balance is turn the saturation way down, and this will help you get a flatter image that will help you grade in post. That brings me to picture profile. A picture profile is basically the overall tone, sharpness, brightness, and contrast of the overall image and video that you're shooting. There are multiple types of picture profiles within your camera that you can use to customize your overall footage. Customizing your white balance and picture profile within your camera can help you get a flatter image and can help you grade in post. This is what the footage looks like, and this is with the color grade on. You can see there's a really big difference, and it can really help you with making your video much more interesting for the audience. Tip number 3, sound. Adding sound can raise the production value of your video, and it's an overlooked aspect of video that I feel is overlooked by not only beginner filmmakers but also me as well. Here's an example of some footage that I shot just with music in the background with no sound effects whatsoever. Now here's the same video with sound effects. See how much more interesting it is just because I took the liberty and time to add sound to the video. The video is much more interesting because now you're hearing all these different sounds that sound like they belong in the scene. And one thing you can do when adding sound to your videos is to save it and make a sound library. Freesound.org is an awesome place for sounds. All you have to do is make an account and you can download as many sounds as you want. Tip number 4, effects. Using effects is another way to make your videos much more interesting than they already are. Effects can range from something to as big as an explosion or as something as small as camera shake. Keep in mind when you're adding effects to your videos that they should be subtle. Say you want to add a ground crack into your scene. Don't just throw it in your compositor and change the blend mode and then be done with it. Take your time with the ground crack and make it feel like it fits into the scene and is part of reality. If you like the ground crack effect that I just showed you guys, you can download this asset on actionvfx.com. They don't only have ground cracks, they have things from explosions, small fires, water splashes. They have pretty much everything. If you guys like the channel and like the videos that I make, I have a discount code in the description that you guys can use, TMFC, which will get you 10% off your final purchase, and a little bit of the money goes to me, and it just helps me keep creating videos like this. But with that being said, let's get to tip number 5. Tip number 5 is getting more B-roll. B-roll helps fill in the gaps of your video and tells the audience more about the environment in which you're filming. For example, say you're shooting a music video for an artist and you get all the performance shots. You want to get footage of streets, cars, and alleys. This will give the viewer more information in where the video is taking place. One thing about shooting B-roll is to get as much of it as possible. It's better to have more footage than not enough. And tip number 6, the last and final tip. Always, 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 always look back and check your footage. Do not trust your LCD screen. I can't tell you how many times I've looked at my LCD screen and said, yep, looks good. All right, just to go back onto my computer and find out that there's a smudge on the lens or there's a little dust particle or something's completely wrong with the video itself. Instead of just watching it on your LCD screen, look through the electronic viewfinder of your camera. The electronic viewfinder allows you to see a little bit more detail of the video. And if you don't have an electronic viewfinder and you can't play your videos back through there, take the SD card after you finish all your shots and put it in your laptop. Then you can go back and retake the video. It's really a simple fix. All right, that was 6 tips on how to make a better quality video. If you guys like the content, feel free to subscribe. I make videos every other Thursday. Also, feel free to hit that bell icon so whenever I make a new video, you'll be notified. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Links are in the description down below. Until next time, work hard, hustle, and grind.